My name is Craig Smith, and last June I traveled to islands near the North Pole for Motherboard, because for years people have been saying that it's the site of a looming geopolitical conflict. But rather than signs of international maneuvering, the only conflict I saw was what it's always been in the Arctic: nature against man. This is Barentsburg, a Soviet-era Russian settlement that now exists largely as a political relic. There's a lonely Russian consulate, the most northern diplomatic mission in the world, and a new entertainment center where workers sing and dance for the few tourists who visit each day. People still mine coal here, though it's no longer profitable. Russians, Norwegians, Chinese, and Canadians all live side by side in this area. And when I asked them what they thought about the talk of international tensions, most people just shrugged. Up here, people's main concern is climate change. One local told me they feel they're witnesses to a disappearing world. Everyone knows the Arctic is melting, but the stark reality of an ice-free sea was startling. The volume of Arctic sea ice has decreased more than 70% since the 1970s, and with the ice melting, countries with Arctic territory, and some without, are vying for control over transportation routes and the region's oil and natural gas. Or at least that's the story we often hear. In reality, a growing tourism industry is a bigger threat to this place than a conflict between Russians and Americans or Chinese and Canadians. Scientists worry that the increasing human presence will exacerbate the problems wildlife are already facing due to climate change. I'd gone there to find out what threatens the Arctic most, and what I found is that the threat is actually people like me.